Hey, Steph. Well, just 15 minutes ago, we got word that the first witness officer took the stand and spoke. And within the last hour, we heard from the prosecution side really objecting some of the claims that the defense was saying in the opening statements. And the actual judge ended up siding with the prosecution there. Now, Tony Earls is accused of taking the young life of Arlene Alvarez back in 2022 during a shooting as a result of a robbery. I want you to take a look at this video. We did see Earls. He was seen in court wearing a gray button-down shirt with a tie. Now, the suspect who allegedly robbed Earls at last checked is still out there, and the defense really played on how Tony Earls is being used as a scapegoat. Now, Harris County District Attorney Sean Tier was seen speaking with the Arlene Alvarez's parents in the hallway. Now, some key points made on day one of the Earls trial and opening statements included how never before seen video will take the jurors back to the crime scene on Valentine's Day 2022. The lead prosecutor, John Jordan, says Earls' 911 call will be heard in court. Actually, Aniela Ruiz just texted me. She mentioned they're hearing that call right now as we speak, so we'll have more on that later. But the prosecutor claims that Earls lied about that 911 call and saying to the caller that the alleged robber shot first. Now, Earls' defense attorney, Anthony Oso, claims state law says you can shoot at a fleeing armed robber suspect. Here's how the prosecution and defense describe some of these chains of events.
Is as they're exiting, he opens the door as his wife is still driving, and he puts his gun out and shoots down the street. As Armando is checking on his daughter.
And it's up to you to compare the real evidence that's available for you to see. The whole picture, the whole story, not just their isolated takes on how this went down.
Yeah, and Earl's defense attorney, Anthony Oso there, as you just heard, really talked about how investigators only focused on processing the robbery scene at the ATM instead of where the robber actually ran down the street. They mentioned that was a point or an area that was missed as a part of the investigation, another claim from them. And we also were told in court, the prosecution side really claims that Earls allegedly fired all 10 shots that rang out that night, another claim there. And they say a firearms expert will take the stand on their behalf. So again, Aniela Ruiz is in there now following the trial for the rest of today. She'll have a live report at 4, 5, and 6 p.m. on KH11 News. And she's really going to talk about how there's surveillance video of the robbery at the ATM from Tony Earls' vantage point. Reporting live at the Harris County Criminal Courthouse, Ugochi Iloka, KHOU 11 News.
All right, Ugochi, thank you. Compelling moments from the courtroom, and as our own legal expert Carmen Rose said earlier, both strong attorneys on both sides of this. Thank you so much, Ugochi.